Hiya, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It is Color and Chat with Joanna. Welcome to my channel. If we haven't met before, I'm Joanna. How you doing? I'm slurping coffee. Give me 1 second, people. It's going to be that kind of a day. I didn't do an upload yesterday, but I have a perfectly reasonable excuse for not doing one. Do you want to hear it? Do you care? We don't care. Where the hell were you? I had a seriously super duper, let's put on some pearl today. Let's do a little New Yorkie. Since we're doing the New York skyline, you know, my little, my new York. I figured I better look decent for this. So, isn't she pretty? She's got rose. I don't know if you can see the rose colored pearls. There's white and rose and ivory. It's kind of funky. Anyway, how you guys doing today? Are you good? Everybody making it through the week? Well, I am putting out fires left and right. I should have a garden hose really attached to my hip because I'm telling you, yesterday was a get it done day, and I didn't get to do an upload on the UBTubi. I'm very sorry. I really missed you guys, but because it's such a part of my day now, you know that when I don't do it, it's kind of like not exercising or not watching your favorite show or something, you know. Hold on, I need more wax. Anyway, but I got a lot done, you know. I mean, I had to make a doctor's appointment, which, by the way, you would think you make a phone call, it's a doctor's appointment, no big deal. No. Went to see the regular doctor last week. She wants me to see a neurologist. She's like, why haven't you seen a neurologist? I'm like, well, nobody told me I had to do that. I mean, you know, I'm trying to follow directions here, but I'm not psychic, at least not all the time. You got to tell me these things. Great, now I have to go find a neurologist. Okay, do you have one you can recommend? Yes, but that one is not in my network. So I got to go find one in my network. Now, I find one that has many neurologists. It's like a little neurology pod where they just put them all together in one office and make them, you know, get along with each other. I don't know what happens there, but I thought, okay, I'm all over that. So I make the appointment. It takes me like 5 phone calls because I'm trying to get into the automated phone system, but let me tell you something. Getting a human being on the phone is no longer an easy feat. And I'm not alone in this. I can't be the only one who is on hold for 7 and 8 minutes waiting just to get a voicemail. We're sorry. All of our whatever people, our fembots working here are busy right now. Leave a message and we'll call you back. So I said, okay, I can do that. This can't be so. Did you see that puppy pop out like he was just going fishing? Woo, that thing went airborne. I hate when you pop a drill and it literally, like, where did it go? I'm like all over. Where did it go? Anyway, so I got the appointment. That took 2 hours for her to call me back. So I got the appointment after her saying, wait, can I put you on hold again? Because she's got to see what's available. Gets me available 2 hours later. Now we are 6 hours into the day, and I still don't have an appointment. I have a pseudo appointment, but she calls me back and says, I'm so sorry, this guy is not in your network either. I was like, I'm starting to feel like I'm not really wanted around here at all. No, 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 I'm going to get you an appointment. I got a great guy, right? And I'm like, okay. So she gives me, I have a great doctor right here, and they are in your network, and I can get you an appointment. It's 5 days later than the initial appointment we made 3 hours ago, but I think we can get you in. And I was like, okay, just fine. I really don't care if you're, Doctor Who and you're filling me up with hot dog water. I'm I'm okay. I just need somebody to tell me basically what they found on my MRI in the hospital and why am I being called to attention about it now? Why does one doctor say I need you to see a neurologist, but she doesn't tell you why? She just says you need to see one. I'm like, okay, well, all right. If you just want to get me out of the house, but going to the doctor is scary. I don't know about you guys, but with the pandemic, spiking the way it is, and it really, really is, it's spiking like a lot. Um, you know, of all places you don't want to go, it's the hospital or the doctor's office because the place is just crawling with germs and sick people and hacking up. And I couldn't believe it when I went into the doctor the other day. I'm like, this is a super snooty patootie doctor's office in South Lake, Texas. Now, if you don't know about South Lake, you can Google it. Trust me, it's snooty patootie. Very, very fancy. Really lovely office. Great fish tank. Oh, if I had the money, honey, I would have that fish tank. It would be my baby. I had a fish tank before, so I'm really like, I love fish tanks. I love aquariums. And these people, they got the good one. Oh my God. It was like you could tell it was a custom job and had all the. She told me that the coral was actual coral that they got from Barbados, and then they had it set in resin so that it would be protected, like a clear resin, so it would be protected forever from the elements of the water. And I'm thinking, what kind of salt water can a piece of coral not survive? And she said, well, they put a lot of chemicals and things in these pools and these aquariums, and you gotta have your I'm so sorry, I'm lost in Greenland here. You've gotta have your your coral protected. And I'm like, oh my God. Now I really, really want this fish tank so bad. And I was like, it's really beautiful. How many gallons is it? And she was like, it's 325 gallons. I was like, you know a lot about this fish tank, don't you? She said, it's not mine. I just work here. But I do take care of the fish. I hand feed the lionfish every day. I look after the sea emperors, and I have even named several of the fish. So she is kind of, you know, my fish tank, but oh my God. I said, how much? I don't even want to know. I can't even imagine. She said, don't. You don't want to know. But it's so beautiful. The next time I go there to the doctor's office, I'm going to take a photograph of her because, I mean, it has all these fabulous, bright coral. I'm talking bright. I'm talking fuchsia and purple and yellow and hot pink and all of our favorite diamond mating colors, the colors that make us all go a little ooh, they're all in there. And they've got real fish. So, anyway, so I got my doctor's appointment done, and it only took about 6.5 hours. But when I went to see her, I was like, oh my God, those fish. And she said, I know, I know. Apparently, my particular doctor that is in the group office of South Lake Medical Center um, is not the fish crazy person. She said that's the other doctor. You want to talk to him. He literally canceled his vacation to be with the fish when we had power outages back in January and February when Texas went black. He was up here with a generator and a fish tank warmer to get the tank to the proper temperature. And I love fish people that are that, if you're all in, I'm all in. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Oh man, we had an aquarium for a while. We had to give it up when we moved. And then my son, oh God, he was little when we had it. And I started with a 30-gallon aquarium, freshwater, and it didn't take me long. I saw all the saltwater fish and I went, they're so much prettier than the freshwater fish. But when you live on the coast, you can get it's like a goldfish. But when you have to buy one here in Texas, a baby sea emperor will cost you $300. I'm not kidding. $300 for a fish who is never going to know your name. But, hopefully he'll grow really big and fan out and spread his angel wings and make you happy. And it's really not, it's one of those sports that you can start off cheap, but you're not going to stay there. Not if you're impulsive like we are. Anyway, I moved up to a 75-gallon tank in about New York minute because I just had to. And oh my God, I had that tank so perfectly balanced. And it had such a beautiful community of fish. And it had the little Dora clownfish, which, by the way, clownfish are like goldfish. They're really easy to keep if you have a saltwater tank, and you almost can't kill them. They're fish for dummies. But if you want to know what a clownfish is, just watch Dora on Nemo, Finding Nemo. Dora. Oh, nice castle, nice castle, nice castle. That was her whole thing because fish only have like a 10-second memory. So she basically swam around saying, nice castle, swam around, nice castle. But she loved living in the castle and I loved her. She was adorable. Um, and very, very strong markings. I got really lucky with her. And then my son's rotten little friend came over. And I never liked this kid. Do you ever have friends of your kids that you just wish they never became friends? They're just rotten little assholes. I mean, don't think I said that on purpose because I did. But they're just mean, rotten little kids. And I'm like, why is he hanging around this mean, rotten little kid? What does he find in him? What does he see in the value in him? And he kind of bullied him a little bit too. So, we couldn't be happier to be rid of him. But here's the thing, I mean, his mom, who wasn't, sometimes the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, okay? Can we say it? We can say it. Anyway, she kind of caught me off guard and hit me up one day. David was about 8, and he was small for his age. He isn't now. Now he's like 6'2". I don't know what happened there. Mm. Quick swig of coffee. I'm so sorry. I'm thirsty as a cat today. Okay, so I am very particular about kids sleeping over at my house. Now, my house is a child friendly, happy house. We are not the Instagram, doesn't it look pretty, isn't everything in its place house. We're not that house. But our house was happy. I mean, we have toys everywhere. We have dogs everywhere. We've got clutter and Nintendo Game Boys. At the time, Nintendo was a thing. Now, by the way, I wish I still had as a Nintendo because apparently they're making kind of a comeback. People are buying them for nostalgia. Anyway, I never liked him. I never liked this kid. I never liked him. He didn't like me. He had no respect for me whatsoever. You know, all of David's friends were so sweet. Hello, Miss Joanna. And I would cook for them, and I would bake cookies and cupcakes, and we had the trampoline in the backyard, and the hot tub, if they were supervised. And I mean, just, the pool. And I mean, it was a fun place to be. I think I was kind of I wasn't trying to be super mom, but I was friendly. And it didn't bother me that they were there. And I had to kind of take a minute and say, maybe David sees something in this kid that I don't see. Anyway, so she comes to pick him up after school and catches me from left field and says, would you mind him staying the night? We got invited to a friend in, excuse me, I am like a sniveling cow today. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this sniffling is driving me crazy. Oh, damn it. Oh, it is so muggy out. Okay, so she says some friends of theirs want to invite them to a casino thing in Oklahoma. Do you mind watching him for the night? And I looked at David and I was like, David, my son. I was like, sweetie, do you want to have a sleepover? And he was like, it could be okay. Not like, I mean, normally with his other two friends who live next door, they were like, yay, sleepover, sleepover. And he was like, fine. I mean, so this kid was like so rude. He was like, I'm not even saying goodbye to you, Mom. Like, really rude to his mother, and I don't like that. I mean, you're 8. You're not supposed to get into the ugliness of you yet. That doesn't usually come till at least 10 or 12. Anyway, 8 is still supposed to be the nice age, and Dave, my little guy, was like the nicest 8-year-old kid on the planet. And I'm not being partial. I have people who will attest to that even today, who knew him then. Anyway, that little creep stayed the night, decided he didn't like the spaghetti sauce, so he threw the plate on the floor. Um, did not apologize at all. Told me to clean it up. And then proceeded to go upstairs. We had sort of like a playroom, like kind of like a media room, only smaller. It was like a just like an open area. It was like a loft upstairs. And he's like saying some really foul things while he's playing Nintendo. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure we're going to make it through the night here. I mean, she's got an emergency number for me of his grandmother, but it's like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So I put him, and he was starting to get a little bullyish to David, a little mean. So I put him in. I said, "Okay, you guys can stay together, but I'm gonna have to put you in the guest room because David's bunk bed isn't made up yet." And he says, "That's fine. I'll sleep in here." And I'm thinking, I kind of want him to sleep in the loft area because I can keep an eye on this little weirdo. I mean, you know, tell me if I'm being excessive, but don't you have some kid friends that are friends of your children that you kind of you don't like them and you don't trust them? Well, I didn't. So anyway, him and David are up there cackling around for a little bit, and then the morning comes, and he's up, trying to, decide what kind of cereal is appropriate for him if we have anything that is good enough for his snotty little ass. All of a sudden, I go in the loft area, just to, tidy up and fold up the blanket and pillow and everything I put up for him. My fish tank is green. I was like, David, what happened? I was like, oh my God, that little bastard. Pardon me, but I know I shouldn't call somebody else's kid a bastard, but if you are, you are. I can't. I can't anymore. He decided he wanted to feed the fish. And I specifically said, don't play with the fish tank. Don't bother the fish. You can look at it, but don't tap. Because he was banging on the glass and everything. And I was like, do not touch this anymore tonight. Do you understand me? And he said, yes. And he said, well, I decided to feed them. He put an entire container of fish food in my fish tank, and I don't know what else he put. He put his David's toy cars in there and other things, and he murdered every fish I had. And I mean, I had some money wrapped up in this tank. I'm probably, uh I'm at least 2,500 in on this tank because creating a saltwater tank can be a little pricey. But you know what? I mean, my kid was getting fed, everybody had their needs met. This was just something for me. And I would go up there, and those fish would just, man, you could watch that tank for like 5 minutes, and your blood pressure would just drop. And I called that kid's mother. I said, you need to come and pick him up right now. And I mean, she never knew what was going on, but I was like, you know, he never came back to my house again. Ever, ever, ever. And I told David, I don't want you playing with that boy anymore. I'm sorry. I know I'm your mother and I know I'm not supposed to control who your friends are. But David, that little kid is mean evil, rotten, mean. I'm sure he's on some kind of murder show today. I'm positive. I mean, I don't want to look him up because I'm afraid I'm going to see him in a true crime story. But he murdered my fish, and I never got another tank again. But I still want a tank, a fish tank. So that was a fish story. I went a little long today. I'm sorry. It's Wednesday, and I am just a little bit yucky, a little yucky. Okay, so where are we getting on this? Um, Empire State Building coming along. We have a bridge, and this little area right here is one of the buildings. Look, and you can see the reflection of the water. It's coming along. So I am feeling very happy about her, and I might actually solve a very big problem today. So everybody, throw me some good juju, send me a prayer, send me a blow some Yahoo my way, anything, please. I need really good things to happen today because I got to solve a very big problem, and I need my community to help me through it. I'm not going to go into details. It's not my health. Um, it's just one of those stupid things that it's a problem. I'm not getting past it, and I need to. So send me a little good juju, and I will be your best friend forever and ever and ever. Anyway, I love you all. Shine, shine, shine on. Have a good day. Bye. Shine on. Oh, what do I do with it? I can't find the button. Where's the push the button? Somebody. Okay, sorry, couldn't find it. Here it is.